and a stronger knower in what you believe.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And that is
Yes,
Islam. Unto all in faith have Allah promised good.
Yes, sir.
He promises all good.
That's right.
And faith. But those who strive and fight has a distinction above those who sit at home.
That's right.
By a special reward.
Think
These
about
are the
that.
people who do nothing.
About it.
These are the people who sit on that keyboard and quote some of the words of the messenger.
That's right.
And destroy the minds of the people. You see, they tell our people who come into some knowledge or some consciousness that what they have had isn't right.
That's what they say.
And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said when everything else fails, Islam will be there for you.
Yes.
That's right. Yes.
Everything has failed the black man.
Yes.
That's right.
Everything has failed.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
He's at the bottom now.
That's
Yes,
right.
That's it.
What's going to pick him up?
Islam.
Islam.
That's right.
The messenger said Islam dignifies you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Islam unifies you.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Islam calls you to accept your own
Yes,
and to
right.
be yourself.
That's
That's
right.
it.
The black man has not been his own.
No.
He has
That's right.
not accepted himself.
Right.
So when he's at the bottom, he must turn back to Almighty God Allah.
That's right.
He has not really known.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Islam dignifies us. So when our people seek understanding, the hypocrites out there say, go get the messenger books. Go get the lessons of the messenger. Don't go to no temple. The messenger said, well, he had brought us face to face with God.
That's right.
You don't need to go to the temple.
That's what they say.
That's not what he said.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's not what he said. They don't understand the teaching of the Most Honorable Elijah.
That's
That's
true.
right.
That's right.
That's right.
The messenger, in our lessons,
Yes, sir.
he teaches us there are 2-4 meanings in our lessons,
Yes, sir.
and our people don't understand.
True. That's right.
So we can't just tell people to just grab the book of the messenger and read it. You don't need no leader. You don't need no teacher. But you being a teacher.
That's right.
Right.
But you say we don't need no leader. The messenger says will not be no successor. He said that.
That's right.
But you don't understand what he said. The messenger said you take a word or a statement or a sentence of what I say and you run with it.
That's right.
You make a religion out of it
That's right.
Teach.
and forget about the rest.
That's right.
You take what he's saying out of context, just like
Right.
the Christians have taken the word of the Bible or the words according to the Bible and taken certain verses and took them and ran with them, but not giving you the proper context in which they were given, so you
That's right.
are lost in what they have been given.
That's right.
That's right.
About it.
So you don't need, as they say, someone to guide you,
That's what they
to
say.
give you understanding, to lead you.
Right.
Where can anyone lead you? He can only lead you to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
Praise be to Allah.
By giving you the right understanding of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that leads you to God.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Brother Minister Basil Muhammad has said that he can only lead you
True.
to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's
That's
right.
right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said he leads the people to Allah. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
No, that's what Brother Minister said.
Yes, sir.
So he can only lead you to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and
Yes,
the
sir.
teachings
Yes, sir. That's right.
lead you to Allah.
That's
That's
true.
right. All praise.
If you don't have one that is, as the message say, well rooted in knowledge, you can be lost because you are new to this and you are not rooted in this knowledge.
True.
That's right.
So we have a lesson. Why did Muhammad and any Muslim murder
Yes, sir.
the
Yes, sir.
devil?
Yes, sir.
What is the duty of each Muslim in regards to 4 devils? What reward does a Muslim receive by presenting the 4 devils at one time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen.
Now our people get these lessons, but they're not rooted in knowledge.
Wake us up.
So the answer that we are given is because he is 100% wicked and he will not keep and obey the law of Islam.
That's right. That's right.
This is the devil.
That's right.
His ways and actions are like a snake of the grafted type. So Muhammad learned that he could not reform the devil. Why couldn't he reform the devil? Because his nature
That's right.
is unrighteousness.
That's
right.
That's
right.
right.
Your nature is righteousness, but you have adapted his nature.
True. Right.
Adapting his nature is not the same as it being your nature. It's not the same essence.
That's right.
You have your essence, and he had his essence.
That's true.
Right.
But since you have been made blind, deaf, and dumb to the knowledge of self, he has taken over your thought.
That's right. That's right.
So the lesson says, all Muslims will murder. All Muslims
Yes, sir.
will murder the devil. They know he is a snake. And also, if he's allowed to live, he would sting someone else.
True.
That's
That's
right.
right. Think
Yes,
about it.
sir.
Each Muslim is required to bring 4 devils. And by bringing and presenting 4 devils at one time, his reward is a button to wear on his lapel.
That's right, sir.
Now, look at it. You get this lesson. Have no true knowledge of what you are getting. And you say, I'm a Muslim. And my duty is to go and murder 4 devils.
Talk to us, brother. Talk to us.
Wake us up.
And we say, and we know, and we believe that the white man is the devil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you who lack understanding, go get you a gun
Talk to us.
or go get you a knife.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you run out there and will kill 4 white people.
Talk to us.
That's what they do.
Why would you do that?
Think about that.
You say, well, that brother told me to get these lessons. I got the lessons, I read it, and it said, kill 4 devils and bring them and present them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, you who tell the people this, cause our brothers and sisters to err, because they went and killed physically 4 devils.
True.
That's right.
True. Explain yourself. Talk to us. Go on.
About it.
This lesson means bring and present 4 black men or women.
Talk to us.
Bring 4 into the nation.
That's right.
And when they come into the nation, you murder the devil in their mind.
That's right.
You murder the devil in their heart.
That's
And
right.
they sow in their being. And they come back to their own righteous nature.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
And the process goes on and on by each one of us, murdering the devil.
Yes, sir.
But if you're not rooted in Islam, you won't know that.
That's right.
So these people who don't want
About
the temple. They are out there doing the same thing, murdering the devil,
Yes, sir.
but murdering them in a way that is not righteous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because they get no true understanding. They're murdering the black man.
Right.
Because when you cause him to err, you're murdering your brother.
That's right.
And we are here to give life. And the scripture said, life abundantly.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
So, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, the question was asked of him, if I die, if you die or be killed, what will happen?
Think about it.
And he said, and this is also taken out of context by those who want to misuse the teachings.
Yes, sir.
But I'm going to keep it in the proper context.
That's right, brother.
He said, in the table talks, if I die, Allah will think enough to put someone over the people.
Yes, sir.
Someone. Now remember, the messenger says there will be no successor.
That's right. That's right.
So I go write some stuff down. He said there will be no successor. So is the messenger contradicting himself?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir.
That's right.
I say no. He said no successor, but he said Allah will think enough to put someone over the people.
Think about it.
What is he going to put them over the people for?
Think about it.
He says to keep them together.
That's right.
Now he says there's enough that know. Now we got to deal with this part. There's enough that know.
That's right.
We got to keep it in proper context. The messenger in this particular instance was among us,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Talk to it.
So he says there's enough that know. Enough who that know.
Think about it.
Enough of his ministers that know.
That's
That's
right.
right.
His ministers.
Yes, sir.
Not me, Yusuf Muhammad, someone who was made a minister by his minister.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not the thousands of other ministers that just came up. He said in the proper context, there's enough that know. He's talking about his ministers.
Yes, sir.
Right.
That's right.
Those that are among him, because he said they would have been teaching what I have been teaching for a long time.
Yes, sir.
I haven't been teaching what the messenger was teaching for a long time when the messenger was present
Yes, sir.
among us.
Talk to it. Yes, sir.
Remember, there's only a handful of people who are still alive that are ministers of the messenger.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Think about it.
And as I stated before, only fewer than that that has been teaching what the messenger has been teaching for a long time.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
You want to put this on Minister Louis Farrakhan. He is not teaching what the messenger has taught.
That is not. That is not.
You think because he's finna have some big march and a lot of people gonna come, that's what's gonna do it.
No, sir.
The people are not together. His own house is not together.
That's right.
I just talked to a brother, 2 weeks ago? And this brother said that's how Minister Farrakhan believes the messenger is on the mother plane, but he doesn't believe that way. That's Minister Farrakhan, but he's just under him.
Yes, sir.
What kind of foolishness is that?
That's right. Think about that.
Yes, sir.
That was right there. Yes, sir.
Now, he says there's enough that know, but this brother will be teaching what I have been teaching for a long time.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Some people stop it right there, there's enough that know. This brotherhood conference, they use this as that. They use that part, they stop it right there. There's enough that know. But it goes on to say, this brother has been teaching what I have been teaching for a long time.
Yes,
and he can never take my place.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Never take the place of the messenger.
That's right.
There's no successor, but this brother, Allah would think enough to put somebody over the people.
That's right. That's
Doesn't
right.
that sound like a guy,
Yes,
a
sir.
representative,
Yes.
someone to keep
Yes,
us
sir.
together? What you trying to keep together?
Think about
Think
it.
about it.
The unity.
Yes, sir.
That's right. That's
The
right.
unity that was given to us.
That's right.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Praise.
Now, they say that there's no need for a temple, but I can't find that in the messenger's teaching.
Yes,
There's no need for a temple. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, a temple is a place that you teach. A mosque is a place where you go to worship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's a difference.
yes, sir.
This is a temple, we're teaching you. We're teaching you about Christianity, we're teaching you about Islam.
That's right.
We're teaching you about the Bible, we're teaching you about the Holy Quran. We're teaching you about who you are today in this world and who you was yesterday.
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Yes,
Look at that.
We're teaching you. So, the question was asked to the messenger. This is direct quote. Will it be run by a local mosque? Local mosque. What kind of mosque?
Yes, sir.
He says, no, no, no. After this, the whole entire nation of black people will be governed divinely. And the government will be a divine government and not something that is governed locally, like we have today. We will have a divine listen. We will have a divine government set up for us.
Yes, sir.
For us. We will have a divine government set up for us.
That's right.
And it will stand forever. We will not need any changes.
That's right.
That's right.
Think about
That's
it.
That's right.
A divine government set up for us. Think about it.
Yes, sir.
A mosque is a place we go to pray.
Yes, sir.
So the messenger says, these are direct words of the messenger. I'm not guessing, I ain't making conjecture. These are his words, exact words. He says, as he says to the woman there in Israel, woman, believe me, the hour hath come. Which means the doom of this world. When ye shall neither in this mountain, meaning the government of Israel, nor yet at Jerusalem, the capital, worship the Father. Ye worship what you know not what. We know what we worship. For salvation is of the Jews. Listen. Let us see and understand what he's talking about. Talking about the scriptures. Yes, sir. Not yet is this the place where ye shall worship, but in the time of the doom, after that, after the doom, all men shall not go to a certain place. The whole earth will be the mosque. The whole earth will be the mountain of God, where men will worship him in the spirit and truth and sincerity. This is the hereafter.
Yes, sir.
We have not made it to the hereafter yet.
That's right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, these books, the Bible and Quran, takes us up until the resurrection. And the Bible and Quran tells us that there's another book to be given to that person in the hereafter. Not right now.
True, that's right.
We living in today.
That's right.
This is today's time.
Yes.
We have not made it into the hereafter, so there is still a need to get to the truth to our people, because a universal, divinely guided government has not been set up yet.
That's
That's
right.
right.
So we still need to get to the people who are mentally blind, deaf, and dumb to the knowledge of God, self, and the devil.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We are running out of time, and there's more I want to say on this. And we can continue on this, as the message said, we can continue on the teaching that he got from Almighty God, Allah,
Yes, sir.
indefinitely,
That's right.
because they're so vast. So, brothers and sisters, we must seek knowledge.
That's
We
right.
must keep things in the proper context.
That's right.
Because when you allow somebody to take things out of its proper context, you can be misled.
Yes, sir.
Here, we keep it right and exact.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
You know, we can take the teaching deep, but they're going to stay in the right form that the messenger gave us.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So that you will have a true understanding, and you
Yes, sir.
will not be one of those lip professors.
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, I hope you got some understanding
Yes, sir.
of what I said today. I wish we had more time, and we will.
Right.
And we ask Allah that you continue to come back.
That's right. That's right.
I'd like to say to you, we have a guest from Austin.
Praise
They drove down here to be with us today.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful family.
Yes, sir.
And we are thankful to Allah.
That's right.
Brother called me a few times. Also, Brother Minister said he had talked to the brother a few times, and he finally made it down here, him and his family.
Praise
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, at this time, if there are any questions, feel free to stand and state your question. We have one, as I say, in our midst to answer the questions. I have not yet heard him not be able to answer a
That's
question.
right.
And,
Praise be unto
he's with us, so if you have any questions, stand and state your question. No questions?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I just had a question like, do you think that we, as speakers for the Nation of Islam, do you think for our brothers and sisters that is in the nation, do you think that we gonna come to unity before Allah destroy His world?
I can answer it, but it's always better for the minister.
Yeah, so that's the question that I want to ask. I mean, like, for my brother minister or any one of my brothers or sisters, do you really think that we can come together and be one before Allah, who did appear in the Master Prophet Muhammad?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you think that this is going to happen before? Because honestly, I'm going to be honest. I'm all y'all brothers and y'all are my sisters.
Yes, sir.
I honestly do not believe that that will happen. Even though, don't get me wrong, we can die trying. But the problem is, I believe, I don't think it will happen. But I know our time is up. Our time is up. I know that. Don't believe it. I know that. So, I know it's up. But my brothers and sisters, they don't know. This is the curse. And all the stuff we see, this is the curse for not listening to messenger. Elijah Muhammad. We in curse. Even though, yeah, it's hurtful. I know all that. It's hurtful. But I know that but I don't believe that we will get it together. You know, I'm not the one to teach. I know that our time is up and we live in the curse, and it will be here every day. It will be here any day, any day. So, because, you know, I just know that's reality. But I mean, as far as the feeling, do we think we can get it together before? It's great if we get on our job, and we is doing our job, you know. But other brothers and sisters, they don't want to give up their position. So I believe we will not make it for as the unity part goes. Because most people, if you got 50 and 100,000 followers, you think they could give that up for unity? Because most of the people do not believe, even though they look just like they got it all. And believe me, don't get me wrong, of course, I know I got a dress code for your tail. But I know a law. I know a law. I got a dress code. Yes, you's not, on the average, you's not can see that, on average, stereotype listening or just thinking, as my brothers and sisters do, you cannot see what is going to happen, you know. And they can't take it from me, of course. Look how I look. There ain't nobody going to believe this. But a law is about to burn this place up with no problem. With no problem. And what we see now, this is just the start of it, and this is just the flames of it. It's sad. I know it's sad, but the problem is my brothers and sisters do not know, and a law is fit to get ready to kill the whole planet.
So, my brother, that what you believe is true. If you read the Bible or the Quran, the prophets that were sent by God was never able to convert all the people.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
The people in Noah's day, only a few could make it.
That's right.
In Lot's day, only a few. In Moses' day, only a few.
Yes, sir.
In this day,
It's
it's going to be only a few.
That's right.
The Honorable Bible says that there would only be enough to fill a taxi cab, which he said at the time where taxis carried 15 people. He said from every city there would only be enough to fill a taxi cab. So that means we're going to lose so many.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There was a place in the Bible where it teaches that 50,000 people that we have or more here in America. Out of that 50,000, 144,000 would make it.
Yes, sir.
But out of those 144,000, think about it. Yaqub only had 59,000.
Yes, sir.
999.
That's right.
He made it to 60,000.
Yes, sir.
But 144,000 is not what Yaqub had. We have to understand that it takes a small number to increase to a larger number.
That's right.
Look what we did with 59,000 and only had 6,000 years to do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Think about it.
You're right.
What could we do with the 144,000?
Oh. That's right.
So Allah knows of those that we have. Only a few are going to be able to make it.
That's right.
But these will be a chosen few.
Yes, sir.
A chosen, those chosen by God.
Think about
We're
it.
at the end of this
Yes, sir.
world. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us that we have to be tried.
Yes, sir.
People body.
We can talk